And as the sun sets on Australian motoring automotive history, we must leave. The area is catastrophic and we should be leaving. So so we are in a town called Penola, just on the South Australian and Victorian border, and we've actually received some notifications from, there's an extreme weather forecast app for Victoria, and there's actually a catastrophic bushfire warning today, especially today, in part of Victoria that we actually have to drive through to get home. So we are going to have a little bit of a discussion on how we're going to get home, because once the weather's going to get up to about 42 degrees today, and there's going to be, in some areas, 100-kilometre winds, and there's already fires ravaging through Victoria at the moment. So it's a little bit unclear about the route that we're going to take and how we're actually going to get home. So there'll be more details to come as the day goes, I think. So I will update everyone as we go throughout the day. So we've just left Penola, and we are driving down to Mount Gambier. There's the road that connects back onto the main road that I was driving down to before, so everyone can cool their jets, because I was just being shouted at. So we are now on our way to Mount Gambier, because we need to try and get another part for the new drone, and then we are going to be heading towards Warrnambool to see if the old support car is ready to be picked up from the mechanic after its radiator explosion. And we will also be driving past the scene of the first crashed drone, which is going to be very sad, but not to worry. We've got a new one. We've got hours of footage, even though it's reversed, and the weather's not as nice today. as it was when we were driving through the same region the other day. But yeah, it's going to be, everything's going to work out okay. So yeah, next stop Mount Gambier, and hopefully they have the part of the drone that we need. This is one of those stretches where the road does most of the talking. Long and flat sections with big sky. The kind of driving where the car settles into itself and you stop checking the clock. Nothing dramatic happens out here, and that's the point. Cars like this weren't built for moments, they were built for distance. Kilometers stack up quietly, and you don't really notice until you're already most of the way there. Just crossed over the border back into Victoria, and you can already start to feel the heat in the air. It was quite cool in South Australia, but now we're back in Victoria. You can really feel that the air's very heavy and it's got a bit of weight to it. We're on our way to Warrnambool, which is a coastal town at the very end of the Great Ocean Road, to pick up the service car that we had originally at the start of the video. Although this video is not going to have any information on that because that left us before we lost our drone. but that's currently in a dealership in Warrnambool getting the radiator replaced. So hopefully we can start heading back to or we can hit the road again after Warrnambool as soon as possible, because there's some major bushfire warnings at the moment throughout Victoria, and we have to drive directly through the middle of it to get home. So yeah, we're gonna keep everything up to date, and yeah, keep everything up to date. Here we are, just picking up our brand new support vehicle from that company over there. Warrnambool sits on the edge of a big regional market in southwest Victoria. It's not a Holden manufacturing site, but it is a logical endpoint. It has long had both road links and a rail connection back to Melbourne, which is how vehicles and goods have traditionally moved into this part of the state. For Holden sold across the southwest, places like this were where the national system turned into local roads and local dealerships. You reset here. Fuel, food, a quick look over the car, then you turn back toward the road. Heading inland towards Colac, you're back onto the Princes Highway. It's the main east-west corridor through this part of Victoria. The scenery starts to repeat and you fall back into rhythm. This is the kind of road where nothing asks for your attention, so you start to notice it even more. Engine note, road noise and heat through the glass. Colac's the kind of place that vehicles pass through, on the way between Melbourne and Western Victoria. It's not by any stretch a headline location. It was just part of the chain that kept regional Australia moving. The car isn't being pushed here, it's just being used, and that's exactly how it should be. So we're just leaving the coastal town of Warrnambool now. We're heading inland, which is pretty much smack bang in the middle of the region that was that had those bushfire warnings this morning. So the temperature is going to rise rapidly in the next hour and a half, which will be another good test for the ute. But yeah, we'll wait and see. We're going to have to keep checking the reports and the alerts, and hopefully we can get through there unscathed. So we are driving to one of the destinations, and then we have to make an evacuation towards the coast The rest of the family who stayed put when we were on a road trip has currently evacuated to Melbourne from central Victoria. And yeah, we are going to be doing the same. We're going to be going down south to the coast to get away from any fires that are around. There's been an alert about a grass fire in a town that's very close to where family live, and where we are currently driving towards, and where we need to go to then get onto a connecting highway that goes south, is also in that evacuation notice. So yeah, it seems like it's pretty yeah, it's hard to sort of tell what to do, because there's cars going in the opposite direction, and then there's also cars going in the direction that we're going. Yeah, we had a bit of rain in where we were today, but that has since dispersed, I think. So let's see what happens. We're just about to get into this town, and then we're going to have to make a beeline to go down south to the coast. So we've just gone past one of the bushfire notice boards that they have up that tell people the danger rating, and we've just gone past one that has said that the area is catastrophic and we should be leaving. So yeah, take that as you will. I don't know why we're going towards it. One thing that we've noticed since receiving these alerts is they're not actually telling us where the fire actually is. I mean, there's one thing to evacuate, but I mean, where do you evacuate to? That's the confusing thing. I think they should really be on these alert apps or these alert websites. They should really be telling you where you have to actually evacuate to and in what direction. It's very confusing. Colac sits beside Lake Colac, one of the largest freshwater lakes in Western Victoria. The lake is actually why the town exists here in the first place. Water, farming, and servicing the land around it. That shaped Colac into a working town rather than a destination. You stop here because you need to. For fuel, for food, and time. It's practical, quiet and useful. The same reason cars like this have always passed through places like Colac. So this is quite possibly turning into one of the most dramatic episodes of cheap car tours of all time. All time being the 4 months that the channel's been going. We've crashed a drone and lost all of our footage. We have regrouped and gone to Adelaide one car less because the support car had a massive hole in the radiator, which had managed to get fixed in the 2 days that we were on the road. There is now major bushfires going on in the state of Victoria where we are driving, and we are now blocked off from getting to our family's home, which is on the other side of a warning zone, and the rest of our family have evacuated from the home down into Melbourne, where we are currently driving toward via a small coastal city called Geelong. Yeah, it's all happening. It's currently 6:30 in the evening. It's a total fire ban throughout Victoria and probably most of Australia, to be honest. There was big winds, very, very high temperatures, and there has been reports of spot grass fires around the family home. So we are now, our route has been drastically changed, and now we are driving toward Melbourne. So there is a big storm coming in though from the south, and I mean, that's not always good. If it doesn't bring rain and there is lightning, that could mean more fires. But I think down where we are, we're pretty safe. But yeah, pretty much everything from 30 or 40 kilometers north of us is basically a no-go zone. Some areas aren't letting people in, some are letting people in and out. Some people have had to have been instructed to stay inside and take shelter indoors if they hadn't had evacuated by now. So yeah, it's all pretty crazy. But yeah, there's one major city or small country city called Ballarat, which is currently got bushfires going through it or around it, or we don't know where it is exactly, but all we know is that there's a lot of no-go areas that we would have to drive through to get home. So we're going south and then around. So this has turned into a very eventful episode of Cheap Car Tours. And the only constant throughout this whole trip has been the car. It's the only thing that hasn't shown any signs of, touch wood, hasn't shown any signs of breaking down, overheating, nothing. It's just been absolutely perfect the whole time. So once again, very happy with the purchase. Yeah, we'll be very sad to see her go, but maybe we drive it all the way back to Europe. The way it's going, it might just make it. Canal. Piercedale. It doesn't matter, mate. Grim. That looks really fucking grim. This is Port Melbourne. While Fisherman's Bend had existing Holden industrial buildings, the Global V6 high-feature alloy tech engine facility was a new build, designed specifically for modern V6 manufacturing, automation and export standards. For decades, this area was one of the most important industrial zones in the country. The site also housed dyno cells, endurability testing used to run engines continuously under load. This is where Holden manufactured engines, including the high-feature V6, which was introduced with the VZ Commodore in 2004. At full capacity, the facility was capable of producing hundreds of engines per day. Those engines didn't stay here. They were shipped interstate to vehicle assembly plants, including Elizabeth in South Australia. At its peak, Fisherman's Bend employed thousands of engineers, technicians and tradespeople, making it one of the most skilled automotive workforces in Australia. This site explains the mechanical side of the story. Not where cars were finished, not where they were sold, but where the heart of vehicles like this was built, before being sent elsewhere to become complete. When engine production ended in 2017, it marked the end of Holden's engine manufacturing anywhere in Australia, not just at this site. And as the sun sets on Australian motoring automotive history, we must leave. So we are now on our way back home. We've been given the all clear. Well, the threat of fire is now a lot lower than it was earlier today. So we've gone and met everyone up at in Melbourne, and we are now all driving back to Castlemaine. So it is still very warm outside. It's nice actually, it's a nice balmy evening. We're currently on the highway. The car is, like always, very, very reliable. No issues until now. And yeah, super happy with it. So we are currently sitting on 441,431. Oh, that's actually going to be pretty cool. That's going to come up, actually. I think we'll keep this part of the video going until we hit that milestone. So yeah, it's been a very, very, very eventful... Oh no, he's there.
Yeah, he's behind us.
No, he's there.
He's not in that car, he's in the ute.
There. So...
And this is Deb.
Yeah, that's Deb. We got a major convoy going on here. So yeah, we've had an extremely eventful 3 days. Let's put it that way. We have... How did we start the trip? We started the trip with our support car getting a massive hole in the radiator, which took them off the road. And then what was the next thing? They had to stay back in Warrnambool as we continued on. We got to the South Australian border, I think it was at about 8 or 6:30 maybe, or 7:30 on the first day. And then that was actually the night that we lost everything. So we were flying a drone. Obviously no one was driving and flying the drone. One person was driving and one person was flying the drone. And there was an issue with the panning of the gimbal, the camera gimbal on the actual drone as we were flying it. And it flew straight into a tree. And then it fell down onto the road and was run over by a truck. And then we couldn't find the SD card, which had the whole day's footage on it, which was, yeah, as you can probably tell in one of the other videos that was uploaded the other day, it was absolutely soul destroying and just devastating. I thought I was going to burst into tears, but I didn't. And the next day we continued on, and we got as far as Adelaide. Yeah, we got to Adelaide, and then we were basically in Adelaide for an hour and then drove straight back. It was extremely hot in Adelaide. Adelaide was borderline unbearable. That was crazy. I think it would have been definitely up to sort of 40, 41 degrees, especially with those buildings. Like, yeah, that was just a lot of mass and a lot of hot stone and concrete. And then, yeah, went to Elizabeth, and then as we were driving, so we stayed at a really nice town called Penola last night, and then there was bushfire warnings for I think there was a few days prior to today, there was a few really extreme fire warnings or bushfire warnings, and today we were driving back from Penola, and then we had to go through a section of the total fire ban area, and we actually had to divert our trip back because there was one particular area that was actually burning. So we had to then divert down to Geelong and then into Melbourne, meet the rest of the family in Melbourne, and now we are currently driving back home. So it's been a very big day for everybody. And there's now a really hectic thunderstorm that looks like it's going to start. So talk about end of the world vibes. Yeah, so it's been a very eventful few days, but it's been fun. So we are at 441,439 kilometers. So we've got another 2 kilometers to go, and then I'm going to stop the video because I can't stand the sound of my own voice. And someone's got their high beams on and it's blinding me. Thanks, champ. It's Deb. So now we're behind a guy who seems to have his whole house's furniture on the back of a trailer.
Maybe he's trying to get away from the fire.
What? By driving directly to it. 441,441 kilometers. Woohoo! Oh wait, look, it's also going to go, this trip, the trip odometer is also going to go 2,222 kilometers. That's pretty hectic. All right, well, I think that's just about it from listening to my own voice. Yeah. Arrivederci.